If you're looking for a great place to live, work, and raise a family, look no further than Hawthorne, California. Hawthorne is a city I'm featuring today, and I'm getting into it all. City history, what it's like to live here, affordability, lifestyle, schools, employment, how it competes to its neighboring cities, and everything you need to know about Hawthorne. Hawthorne is a suburb in the South Bay of Los Angeles, offering a mixed urban-suburban vibe. It offers proximity to the beach cities, great shopping and dining, and close to a lot of tech companies. It's certainly been a hot area for the past few years, but I definitely don't advise moving here without listening to all the info I'm going to share in today's video. Hawthorne made the news a few years back when Elon Musk chose it as the headquarters for SpaceX, and CNBC called it one of the best places to buy a home in LA. So first, let's take a look at where Hawthorne, California even is. It's right in the heart of the South Bay of Los Angeles, adjacent to Manhattan Beach and El Segundo to the west, and just south of LAX International Airport. It's about a 10 to 15 minute drive to the airport, and it also has its own small little airport in the northeast corner of the city. To the south, its neighbors are Redondo Beach, Lawndale, and Gardena. You have super easy access to the 405 and the 105 freeways, and the 110 is not too far away. So now that we know where Hawthorne is, I want to welcome you to South Bay Living YouTube channel, the go-to real estate channel for everything you need to know about living near the beaches in Los Angeles. I'm Shira Adatto, your local realtor, and I help you transition from one home to the next for the least amount of overwhelm and the best price, whether you're buying or selling. So definitely hit that red subscribe button below if you want to stay in the know, and please feel free to give the video a like if you find this information helpful. Hawthorne has a population of around 95,000, and the whole city is about 6 square miles. From the western parts of the city, it's only about 3 miles to the beach. There are around 31,550 households in Hawthorne, and 42% of those with children. About 24% of the population have a bachelor's degree or higher. About 30% of homes in Hawthorne are owned, which means 70% are rented. Average household income is around $66,000 per year, and the median price of a home as of this recording is now in the 800s. Hawthorne enjoys weather similar to the beach cities and other cities in the South Bay, which tend to run a little bit cooler than Los Angeles because we enjoy those cool ocean breezes and cooler evening temperatures. Year-round temperatures average in the 60s and 70s, with the hottest months of the year usually in August or September, when it can get up to 80 or even 90 in recent years, but that's not generally typical. Winters average in the 60s and generally don't get much cooler than in the 50s, and we have very little rain and low humidity. Top employers in Hawthorne are SpaceX, OSI Systems, and Eureka Restaurant Group. Nearby Silicon Beach, which hosts Google and a lot of other tech companies, is only about a 15-minute commute. Now, I know I'm throwing a lot of data at you. If you want to see how Hawthorne compares to other nearby cities or other cities in California or even nationwide, or if you're a visual person like me and want to see all these numbers, I'll include some great resources for you down below in the description. For families, one of the big draws to Hawthorne is access to good public schools that fall outside the jurisdiction of Los Angeles Unified School District. It's its own school district. This is in fact one of the main draws of a lot of the South Bay cities. Now in Hawthorne, families particularly love the Wiseburn School District. There's also a highly acclaimed charter school called Da Vinci, offering a project-based learning approach and a hybrid homeschool on-campus model in the pre-high school years. The high school is fully in person and offers great STEM programs and arts programs. If you have kids, I always advise that you research the schools, and I'll include some resources in the description of this video where you can do that. There are actually 11 elementary schools, 4 middle schools, and 5 high schools in Hawthorne. So definitely check out my resources in the description below to do your own research. So now for some history. The city was incorporated in 1922, and at the heart of its development was the arrival of Northrop Grumman in the late 1930s and a subsequent expansion of the aerospace industry, which led to a huge period of growth and real estate development. Since that time, Hawthorne has grown from a small, mostly rural community to a well-rounded assortment of residences and industry. In 2007, when SpaceX moved in, and then in 2014, when SpaceX really started to expand, the city started to see another huge uptick in growth and explosion in real estate prices. Music fans will recognize Hawthorne Hawthorne as the birthplace of Brian Dennis and Carl Wilson, otherwise known as the Beach Boys. Although their boyhood home was actually demolished in the late 1980s, part of like a freeway construction project, the spot where their home was designated a California State Historic Landmark in May 2005. There are a lot of great parks in and around Hawthorne. Most popular in Hawthorne is Holly Glen Park, but just a few miles away in El Segundo is Hilltop Park with a great public pool for little kids. Residents also enjoy Pollywog Park in Manhattan Beach, which features a duck pond, acres of open space, gorgeous play equipment, and weekly outdoor concerts in the summer. Alondra Community Park in Lawndale has a fun splash pad, and Wilderness Park in Redondo Beach gives you a great little nature retreat, which even offers camping right in the heart of the city. In 2019, CNBC posted an article saying that Hawthorne was one of the best places to buy a home in California based on the value you can expect to receive and a very high livability score and quality of life. So why do people enjoy living in Hawthorne? Well, I'd say the number one reason people cite is a sense of community and great access to shopping and high-end restaurants and proximity to the beach, but without the price tag of having beach in your address. Neighboring cities like Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach, and Redondo Beach come with much higher price tags. Now, with regard to the sense of community, people who live in Holly Glen and Del Air describe it as a place where the neighbors really know one another and look out for each other. They have block parties and community watch, and yet you still have proximity to a big city and an easy commute because there's great freeway access. Some of the downsides of Hawthorne include those that come with living in California. You have the high cost of real estate, traffic, earthquakes, and in Hawthorne in particular, you really need to be discerning about where you live. When I've posted videos in the past about Hawthorne, people always come on and comment some really negative things, and that often has to do with reputations about certain neighborhoods. While in neighborhoods like Holly Glen, you have $1 million plus homes, tree-lined streets with a traditional suburban feel, with grassy front yards, spacious backyards, so it's really important where you choose to live. And speaking of homes, let's get into real estate. So since that CNBC article posted, values in Hawthorne have risen tremendously, with some places seeing 30 to 40% gains. The nice thing about Hawthorne is the diversity of the home styles, townhome communities, and even condos, making homeownership more accessible. If you want to live in a gated community, there are two beautiful communities in Hawthorne with resort-style amenities. One of those is called 360 South Bay, and I did a full video on that community, so you can check that out. And then the other one is called Fusion, which offers beautiful 2 and 3 bedroom attached style townhomes. Both are located very close to the freeway and adjacent to the beach cities. So let's take a look at a few homes that are currently on the market in Hawthorne so you can get a sense of the properties. Now do keep in mind that the inventory and pricing is constantly changing. So depending on when you're watching this, these homes are likely no longer even on the market. 5330 West 141st Street. This is a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 1124 square feet, and a 5,000 square foot lot, single family home. This is a very typical floor plan for the Holly Glen area. It's been completely updated and currently on the market for $1,375,000. 5554 Coral Drive is an attached townhouse in the 360 South Bay gated community. It has 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, around 1,600 square feet, and listed at $1,225,000. 4851 West 137th is another 3-bedroom, 2-bath in the Holly Glen area, but this one is east of the 405. So that brings the price down a little, and this one's currently listed just under $1 million. Obviously, the landscape is constantly changing, so for current listings or more listings customized to what you're looking for or to receive access to off-market properties, you can go ahead and email me at homesbyshira@gmail.com. And if Hawthorne isn't your jam and you want to explore other South Bay cities, leave me a comment and let me know so I can feature it next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.